you better know, say you're blessed. Yeah, now you see through. Girl, I feel you. You know me like your legs. You feel good, so good, too good. Yeah, I feel good. Yeah.
Hey y'all, welcome to Real Talk with T. Thank y'all for tuning into my podcast. Today we have a real special guest. Tell everybody who you are and just a little bit about you.
So I'm Glamma Zante, known as the It Girl, fashionista, YouTuber, world traveler. You know, everything, but we're going to get into that. But I'm known pretty much for everything. I've been on YouTube and on social media for like 10 years. So y'all know I'm an OG in the game. I don't play. So.
Oh, the girlies know you and the girlies love you, period.
Which girlies? Tell me which girlies.
Well, we're going to talk about that, but both of them. The community and your subscribers.
Okay,
you are definitely well known.
Sure.
So we're going to just start off with, how are you so well known? Like, take us through kind of like your walk of fame and what you do. I know you're an influencer, but kind of just take us through like how you got to this point.
Okay, so basically I started YouTube when I was in college. And that was 10 years ago, which is actually crazy.
Right.
And then I was just consistently posting on there. And then I went from being in college, when I was super well known there, and then going to LA. So I already kind of got Maryland under my belt. And then I went to LA and got all the LA people under my belt. So then I was over there. And then I just been super consistent on social media. I think my personality stands out. And I'm just that girl. Like, people like fucking with real people. And I think that's what I bring, like real energy. So they ain't actually going to gravitate towards me.
Period. So you do YouTube, because I guess when people say influencer, some people know like what that is, but what exactly do you do? We know you do YouTube, but what else do you do? Because I mean, for the people that follow you, and I'm a subscriber, you know, we know what you do, but you are a serial entrepreneur and you motivate the girlies. Right. But yeah, exactly. What do you do? Like, what are all the things that I guess it really accompany when you say like influencer?
I feel like with me per se, I do so much stuff. So, I do my little travel trips. So that means I take the girls out of the country. We got a trip coming in Greece in September. So we're going to take a group of people. Well, not we. Taking a group of people out there. I also wrote my own book. So I got the digital influence, learn how to be an influencer as well as embracing your essence. And that's about getting to your soul self. And then another thing that I do, like I vlog on YouTube clearly. And I think I just kind of bring an energy of influence. I feel like when you say influencer, it's like you're creating a trend, you're being yourself and people are following behind you. I think I do a lot of that. I think also with me getting older, it's more so about my personality. I think a lot of people influence about how to wear clothes or how to do this. I think with me, I'm more of an influence of your lifestyle. Like I'm showing the girls how to be yourself authentically, how to date, how to do, things that people really ain't doing. And I'm just going to be me.
Okay. And we love that. We love that. I think that is a big thing with authenticity because I think sometimes, especially with social media, everything is not always
social media is fake. Like even the stuff I do, I don't mean it. It can look one way and it's really not that way. Yeah. Like I vlog, right? So with me vlogging, I'm giving people an hour-long vlog. From that hour-long vlog, I'm being super authentic and this is really what's happening. But it's so much other stuff happening on the back and I'm like, okay, I can't give y'all that much of my business now. I don't know. Social media is fake to me.
It's like, I guess it's a balance though, because you have enough to capture people's attention, but you're not giving everything. And I think that's what social media, it's positives and it's negatives. Okay. But I think that's what social media gives. It's kind of like a glimpse of somebody's life. Yeah. With influencers, you get a little bit more, but like you say, not exactly everything. So what are some pros and cons of being an influencer? Let's talk about that. Like, it's all good. Like, I think a lot of people would probably in our day, people probably die for your job. Like they just, your lifestyle and who you are, people would literally probably die or give a lot of money to do that. But I think shine some light on the pros and the cons of it. What does it look like?
I think some pros of being an influencer is you create your own schedule. Okay. I think with me, the luxury of doing my job is some things that I normally would do as a girl. Like let's say I was in the military. Things I would do is get my hair done, my nails done, my makeup done. I can do that on camera and actually get paid for it versus me having to pay so much for it. And I think also it gives me a sense of community. Like, I wasn't like the biggest, like, I want to hang with so many people. But now when I go out, like, I always see somebody I know, or if I need to be plugged in with something, one of my subscribers going to hit me. Like, one time I had something going on, one of my lawyers, she was a lawyer and she was my subscriber. I'm like, oh. And then I was out, I seen one of my subscribers, she's a police officer. I'm like, it's like almost crazy because every, like, wherever I'm at, it's always somebody that's like, oh, girl, I got you. And I'm like, yeah, I love that. I think that's like the pros, the sense of community too. Maybe some and the money. The money, that bag big, okay? My bag is big now.
And I mean bag big for just being you.
It is. It's really off my personality. Like, it's so crazy that people want to watch my life and I get paid from it. But I mean, it's a blessing. I don't take it for granted. But baby, I think that's actually kind of crazy. But as far as the cons, I think the cons is sometimes when I do want to be a little bit like quiet and I have so much of my business out there, like, well, you tell everything else, we need to know this too. Or like if I go out with somebody and let's say I want to keep it low key and I don't want nobody to know I'm out with this person, like somebody gonna notice me or take a picture. I've had people take a picture and send it to like a little teeny T page and like try to say, oh, she out with this person. And I think a con also can be like, I put my life out there so much that people can critique it and have negative connotation behind it. And I think that I've learned after doing something for 10 years, you learn how to like deal with it.
Right.
But I do feel like it is something that sometimes can get under my skin a little bit. But I have to check myself and be like, all right, girl, like bring it back. It ain't even that serious. So I think that's what it is.
You human for sure.
But the pros outweigh the cons. Okay.
And I guess it's always going to be some cons that come with every job. You can't have anything that's perfection. But what you said is huge because I be seeing it. And I be seeing the comment. Yeah. Some of them. And the people, they be on your head.
They do be on my head.
And they be having some strong opinions. They do. And be very loud in them comments.
But you know what the crazy part about it is? I can't be that mad. I have a strong personality. And I'm a strong, like, you know, when I come in the room, you see me. Okay. So I feel like my subscribers or my followers are the same way. They literally remind me of me. They're like mirrors of me. So sometimes when they see stuff, I'm like, girl, I ain't. But I'm like, I can't even get that mad because if that was me as a watcher, I probably would be talking my stuff too.
Nah, that's what's up though. It's glad that you have that like compassion.
I get it.
Yeah, for real, I'm gonna tell you, somebody that wouldn't be ready to, you know what I'm saying? Because people be getting real personal and and I think also, you know, it shows they care about you.
They do.
And it comes, I think a lot of what I see come from, even if it is a rough message, it may come from a good place where they like, sis, get your shit together. Yeah. It's your big sister.
Yeah, it do. And I feel like it's one of them where it's like, cousin, leave me alone. I want to mess up. Like, let me do it.
Let me do my
thing. But no, they hold me accountable very well.
And you know, we're going to get into some other questions real quick before that, but that's going to kind of slide into our main topic today because our main topic is going to be...
what's the topic?
Is dating several people at one time.
I knew you was going to do that to me. I knew she was going to do that to me. I knew she was going to do it.
First off, I've been wanting to talk about this topic because... Anyways, but I am for it. And I told you that I think it is a beautiful thing that more of people should do. But again, people be having some opinions.
Okay.
Well, we're going to get into it.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to start this off. I wanted to do a little fun game of this and that.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool.
All right. It's pretty like, it starts off pretty G rated, but then it gets worse. So just be aware.
I ain't about to play with you now, Bookie. I ain't about to play with you now.
All right, okay. All right, other things. So remember we said, all right, anything here you can say, yo, I'm cool. I'm not going to answer that,
I know,
right?
honey. I already know disclaimers.
But all right, one little rule though. It do come with a shot.
A shot of the Lobos?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, no.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
It's cool?
We can do it. But, yeah, we can do it. No.
A little pressure. But I ain't gonna ask you nothing crazy.
It's cool.
You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. All right. So this or that. All right. So we're gonna start off with mommy or auntie.
Far as what? Do I want to be a mommy or auntie, or do I?
Yeah, being a mommy or being an auntie.
I want to be a mommy.
Okay. Beach or snow?
Beach.
All right. Netflix or Tubi?
Netflix, because Tubi be tripping.
Tubi got some good ones.
They do, but one time I seen somebody do gunshots and it gave me very much so ketchup. I was like, I'm not doing it. But the dirty tea on Tubi be good.
Yeah, I do. But I Netflix too, because Netflix is addicting. All right. Pixie cut or long weave?
Long. I got to fix it. Well, I got them both today. You like it?
The mullet is giving. Hold on, let's just take a pause for the mullet really quick. Because who the fuck can rock a mullet and look this good, y'all?
I mean, it is 2024, baby, but I had to do it so.
Period. But the pixie cut be hitting too.
It do. The
pixie cut be
but
hitting.
I love just swinging something.
I feel you. Okay, long weave. All right, back shots or side shots?
Back.
Okay.
That back there swinging. I need to show it. I paid for it. They're going to see it.
All right. Cooking dinner or ordering out?
Cooking dinner.
Morning or evening sex?
Evening.
Okay. All right. In your house, if you were building that, hot tub outside, vanity pool inside.
Hot tub outside.
Okay. These just some cool VA niggas. Chris Brown or Trey Songz? Yeah, they always make... That's hard. Who you
Chris Brown.
Okay. All right. It's either way, Virginia. Just because this is big right now, Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese?
I'm going with Angel.
Okay. I feel like I know who you're going to say with this. Nikki or Lil Kim?
Nicki Minaj. I'm Nicki Minaj, Nikki Lewinsky, Nikki the Hological Bobby. My friend, she said we are part of the itty bitty piggy committee.
Why? You know what?
Oh, also, I'm sorry, y'all. My voice is ashy because I had a gig last night. I was singing.
For real?
Yeah, I had to sing.
Where?
Karaoke.
Oh. I had to sip. I was like, hold on, wait. I mean, I know you do a lot of stuff, but I don't know if you ever said you
I be singing a little bit.
But you was out in karaoke. Okay, I got you. All right, so we know Nikki. Y'all, I'm a Sagittarius too, but I'm just not a Nikki fan. I don't know. Something about Nikki.
Do not make me get up. Call the security. Are you for real?
Yes. It's
why?
Like, she a bully. She is a bully.
Everybody's a little bully.
I mean, no, I would agree with that. But my thing is, she just be a little too hate. Like, you know how some women are like girls. Like, they are like for the girls. Like, they're going to be nice. They soft. She just give me bully.
I don't feel like she really give me bully. I feel like with me, I think that I understand both, but I also understand Nicki Minaj, I feel like. Okay. Because she is a Sagittarius. Yeah. I have Sagittarius in my chart. I'm a Sagittarius rising.
Really?
Yes. So I feel like I get it. But I mean, everybody ain't for everybody. I mean, I'm not for everybody. So you can hate on my sis, but you gonna listen to her music.
That's crazy. Mm. That's crazy. I do like her music. I will say. I like her music. At first, I'm not a fan. Like I ain't going.
I'm a fan.
I know.
I'm a super fan.
Like super fan. We are here.
Yeah, I'm OG.
Yeah, but I had saw when you went to her concert too. You did the whole do-up.
That's my girl.
Period. Got to do it up for Nicki Minaj. Okay. Hey, it's funny. You say you have Libra in your chart. I am a Libra Sag.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're a Sagittarius, but you're a Libra rising.
Yep.
Wow. I'm a Libra sun. My moon is in Cancer. My rising Sagittarius.
Wow.
Yes, I'm like an emotional, meanie, but nice girl.
Okay, that's me too, because I feel like I can be super nice, but I'm quiet and reserved initially. I got to scope you out. But I'm super emotional. Everywhere I go, I'm very emotional.
Well, I'm going to take that back. I don't feel like Sagittarius are meanies. I feel like Sagittarius have the energy of like, I don't give a fuck. Like, this is my vibe. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say how it is. And that's where I think I get that Sagittarius from.
All right. Period.
For sure.
And that's period about Sagittarius because, Sagittarius give. That's facts. We do not mind standing alone. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't mind. We don't go. Being a part of a crowd is not a part of a Sagittarius.
I was about to say that because my friend, she give me like the first hand over like Sagittarius give, and she's such a sweetie, but she don't mind being by herself over here. She can vibe.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay. Nikki had to get us a little off. All right, I went.
The queen needs to do it. The queen needed them too.
And I just want to say this. I'm glad she ain't like get herself in trouble. Because I saw recently she was like involved in some way. And it's never that serious about fucking weed.
It's not, but I feel like that with like superstars, it is like stuff that happens like that. Even with like the Brittany Griner thing, I feel like it wasn't that deep. But I also feel like, I'm not going to lie, because I go out the country a lot. A lot of foreigners do not like Americans. And I think that with them not liking Americans, they always make it just that much harder. Because I've had situations clearly not that strong, but just little stuff that didn't happen. I'm like, But when I talk to people that's on a native land and they're actually cool, they don't really like Americans because they feel like Americans are snobby. They think they're better than everybody. So I think stuff like that be happening.
Okay, that's facts. That makes a lot of sense because she kind of said something about that. She was like, every time I come over here to do a show, it's something or whatever. So all right, that sucks. But I'm glad she good though. She got back home.
We was gonna make sure she was out. I called the jail.
See, you one of them. I
called him. I needed to get my girl to the show.
Did you see the people outside her hotel room? She basically had the concert outside her hotel room.
If I was there, I would have been there. In attendance.
You one of them super fans.
I am.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a super fan. All right, Lil' Kim or Foxy Brown?
Lil' Kim.
Okay. The strap or the rose?
Strap. Strap me down.
Period. Head or scissors? Or head or scissoring?
Scissoring.
Okay. Range or Jeep Wrangler?
Jeep Wrangler.
Okay.
I like the top down and all that.
Okay. All right. I don't know why I expected you to say Range Rover.
Because you think I'm bougie.
Is that what you think? I think you're bougie?
Probably not, but I think that it's a luxury car. But I like the Jeep Wrangler. I like how it's open. It reminds me of like a Barbie Jeep.
Okay. And I mean, to clear the record, I do think you're kind of bougie, but I think you are. It's nothing wrong with that. I am too.
Oh, baby, I claims it. I don't care.
Oh, I'm about to say.
But I'm both.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I can go to both. I feel like I can maintain, like, some hood shit is like be too hood for me. Like if I feel like my life is in danger, that's not cool. But
if I feel like my truck gonna get broken
with the
into,
music and having a good time, shaking some ass, I'm with it. Like
shaking ass tea.
I mean, I be getting that shaking. I don't
you better watch what you say about me.
You funny. All right. What did I say? Okay. Would you prefer your partner to express vulnerable feelings or cry in front of you?
Express vulnerable feelings or cry.
In front of you?
Express vulnerable feelings. If you cry, I'm gonna feel bad.
Okay. All right.
I'm a sucker for people that cry.
Why can't I even read what I put? I can't even read this on dang. Concert or museum?
Concert.
Okay. Going to Africa, we going to Europe?
Africa.
We going to a basketball game or a football game? Not we, but would
no, I'm just thinking. Basketball game.
Okay. Football or soccer?
Football.
All right. 10-inch or 8-inch?
8. I be trying to act like it's 10, but it's 8.
All right. Butt plug or rose?
Never use a butt plug.
Okay, I guess it's rose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, that's just a little fun, this and that. Thank you for being open and exploring. You already know.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Period. Okay, so let me make sure I went down everything with you. Let's kind of dive into the episode about dating more than one person at a time.
Okay.
I think this is big for me because first, I feel like our society, we monogamously date.
Yeah.
We meet one person and then we become obsessed.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of time our society, we may jump into like, we meet somebody, we're feeling them, we're spending all this time with them. We may end up having sex with them. And throughout this, we might get a little distorted where now it's like, I'm so into this person, but I haven't really learned them. So then we may commit or whatever may happen. And then later on, you start learning their character.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been a monogamous dater. And I would say like my life, I think a lot of time I have did exactly what I just said. And so I think that's like where we're going with the conversation. But the reason that I think this is a really good conversation with you is because you have been known to date several people. And
at the same time.
At the same time and very open with it. And it's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you know, you'll bring them on your channel. You're just pretty open with it. And I love it because we need more people to normalize stuff like that. But everybody don't love it.
Okay.
Because I be seeing people in your comments. You are a huge staple in the community too. So
they don't be acting like it.
Who don't be acting like it?
I feel like that for me to be a part of the LGBT community, I think that I should be like more like respected or more known in like certain spaces. Like, of course, I do a lot of hostings for gay clubs. I feel like that I've done like spoke at Georgia State University and things like that. But I think that when it actually comes to like pride, and I'm saying like the whatever state it is, like it could be Long Beach, LA, whatever. I think I should be on those type of stages and hosting. I don't think I should be doing only club hosting. I feel like I should be like at the parade on a float. I think those type of things. Because
what do you think limits or what
I don't
are
know.
some barriers that you feel like? Because I mean, when I would say you are a huge staple in the community.
But I think it's one of them things where if I'm gay, you know what it is? I think when I have a girlfriend, I'm like, it's like she's gay. I think if I don't have like another woman beside me I'm dating, you don't know if I'm gay. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like you look at people like Amber's Closet or Mal or certain people that are like more masculine presenting, you know. I think when it comes to me, if I'm not carrying a flag, you don't realize that I'm like gay.
All right. Now that makes a lot of sense.
And I hate that.
Yeah, it makes, it's still not fair, but when you say it like that, I understand because it's like, yeah, you see studs or you see trans men or you see, you know, people that are outwardly and you're like, okay, all right. Yeah. And then, okay, I think also like, because clarify this for people, I think you've clarified it before for your subscribers, but like you are a lesbian, right?
Yeah, I'm
like,
a lesbian.
Yeah, like you don't, because I think again, people can just see you and maybe like.
They don't think I'm gay.
Yeah, like, because I'm about to say, they may even see you like be friendly with guys. I don't know, whatever.
I went on dates with guys. I've even been around guys, and I tell them very much I'm a lesbian. But people are like, well, why are you going to date? Well, why would I not? I feel like you want to take me somewhere and vibe. And most of these people turn to be my real good friends. But I think that people just don't know I'm gay. Gotcha. I really feel like they don't know.
Well, also, I think, and we're going to talk about this, but I think when you just said like going on a date, people do understand you can go on a date and it can like stay
literally
there. Like
it can
be a friend. It can be like a friend date. Like there's nothing wrong with letting somebody take you out and it could be there. Like you can have your own boundaries, but that's going to kind of go into dating multiple people.
Yeah, I do think I just go along with the flow. I feel like as of this moment, I'm a lesbian. I only identify as a lesbian. I like women, love women. I see myself marrying a woman. It's not for fun. Like I'm not a pillow princess. Like I get down and dirty, you know. But I feel like, you hear me. But I feel like that some people don't know.
All right, so you say you gets down and dirty. Would you date like a touch me nut? Have you dated a touch me nut?
I haven't.
Okay, that's not that
wouldn't align with me.
Okay, yeah, I get you. So. Okay, all right, but understand, like I get touch me nuts, but that's not your thing.
No, because I feel like to me, why am I not touching you? For me, you know, I'm not like a chill person in the bedroom. I'm very active, so I feel like a touch me not. I respect that you are one, but I don't think I want a person that's
got you, because you want to be able to touch your girl and I got you,
be in your skin,
right? Have you ever dated a femme?
Yeah, I've dated multiple femmes.
Okay. Is that your thing or would you?
I don't mind dating a femme or like a mask woman. Yeah. Femmes do get on my nerves a lot.
Hold on. They all get on your nerves or what
I
is
feel
it
like
about
that it's too much. We both getting ready now. You taking a long time. I'm over here done. Or it's just mouthy. I'm mouthy too. Like I'm mouthy, but like I feel like a mask stud, like mask woman, she balanced me out. Like they kind of just go along with the flow. Or I'm over here like, she's like, all right, I know who she is. Like, I feel like two feminine girls, it's just so much. And I think when I date femmes, I become like more of the masculine person in the relationship.
And this is a Libra thing.
I think that.
Libra women are kind of dominant. Yeah, so independent.
I don't know if I like that. Like, I will date a femme, but I think I become the more dominant
just
person.
Naturally.
Yeah, because it's just like, okay, we're going out to eat. I'm most likely probably going to be the person that pays the most. Or I'm the most likely the person that's like gifting and stuff like that. So I don't know. I would probably date a femme and a stud at the same time.
Hold on, wait.
Or be in a relationship with both. But I don't know if I would just completely date femme.
Hold on, wait, Tay. You would engage in poly?
If it was a feminist sub, I could see that.
Yeah. But you're open to that. That would be something you would engage in.
I'm not against poly.
Okay.
No. I don't mind poly.
I don't know.
It's not something that I'm
very surprised right now.
Why?
The only reason I think is because maybe like, and again, not really knowing you, but just being more of like a subscriber, I think that I just see like a little possessiveness, or I wouldn't think that you would want to share your person.
I don't mind if it's like we're all on the same page. Okay. Everybody's telling the truth. Everybody being respected. Okay. But I'm not very possessive. I think my younger self was. Right. I think the older you get, you learn to release and you learn to like accept. I do like having my person and this is my person, but I feel like a femme and a stud present two different things for me. So that's why I would be open to that. But I don't think it would be, I think also I would prefer to be me and like a stud together and then bring a femme in. I wouldn't want to be a part of somebody else's situation.
I get what you're saying. Okay, you wouldn't want to be the add-on. Or you wouldn't, okay, but maybe what if y'all all three engage, like form the relationship at the same time? I wouldn't be
opposed to that. Okay. I think that maybe because I'm young, it's cool now. I don't know how it would do with like longevity as far as me getting older. Right. But I think right now I'm in this space of like, I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, you're just seeing what life brings you right now.
So I'm just going along with the flow. But I don't know if I would be like that like at 50. Like, when I get kids and stuff, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I think I might want more of a
good to know.
traditional LGBT household.
Non-traditional relationships are really becoming a thing.
Yeah, I think it's so much.
But I think it goes back to what you said about as you start to get older and more mature, I think that possessiveness, you start to become more whole within. Yeah. And you're like, I don't own this person.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I don't own nobody. What I'm saying? Like, I don't own you. I'm just, I'm experiencing you right now, but there's a potential that you might not be mine.
I think that's the biggest thing for me. I think before when I would meet person, I'm like, this is my person.
Yeah.
Even if it's like we're having a back and forth, I'm like, this is my person. I want you to go. Right. I don't have that no more. I have a thing of like, I'm experiencing you. You might be my person. You might not. But if you choose to go, okay, I'm going to keep it moving.
Right.
I don't think that before I was like that. So now that's why I said I'm okay and not opposed to openness. I think my biggest focus now is honesty with the person and being able to trust a person and loyalty. I don't really feel that thing of like, this is my girlfriend, you're mine. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind not being a girlfriend. I mind, like I'll talk to you and we just super committed and not really girlfriends right now. I'm just chilling. Like,
but let me ask you just really quick. How did you get there? Do you think you had to work on yourself or what did you work on to have to get to that place? Because I've had a transformation like that before, but I just want to hear from you. Like, what did it take?
I think that when I got out of my last relationship, I really sat with myself and I'm like, okay, do you want to keep going in relationships and dating like you do? Or what do you want to change? And then when I really sat down and looked at the pros and cons of what I wanted to change, it was a lot of things that I feel like I don't like. And I think that with me doing that, I also feel like I'm a very sensitive person. Like, I don't like being stressed. And I realized that I was stressing myself out about things I couldn't control. So when I was like, okay, what can I do to be better? And when I sat with it, I looked at it and I'm like, all right, let's try. And it took a while. Since it took me like a year and a half to really get to where I'm at now, where I can like, okay, I can date you. I don't own you. You can go do this. I think my biggest thing is just telling me what it is so we all on the same page and nobody's behind.
Okay. Hey, that is huge.
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, that's a lot. That you said a lot.
It took time.
It took time, definitely, because I think before... It sounds like you like maybe like address some insecurities. I love how you said like I stopped focusing on what I couldn't control. That's that's just emotional maturity. When you start accepting things and you start like looking at things differently and you're like, let me just focus on what I can control, like the situation and move. It let anxiety go. It let depression go. I've had a very similar experience. I got out of a relationship December of 22.
Okay.
And after that relationship, the whole 23, that's when I moved to Houston. That's when I really I didn't date anybody. I wasn't like having any sex or anything. I was really into myself because very much like you said, what motivated me was I was like, I really hate having to disconnect from people I love.
Yeah.
Like that is such a painful experience to have to grieve somebody in your life. And I think we all have to go through it. But I was like, how can I like stop doing this? Because I have to literally do this so much every couple years with somebody I'm dating. I'm like, where's the pattern? Like what is going on?
And I did it with friends too. It was friends too. Like it was certain friends that it was like, I didn't like how I was showing up as a friend or it was just a whole thing. It wasn't just about dating. It was all over. So I think now I'm just more careless, carefree. And I think I practice vulnerability now. Like I'm like, damn, that really hurt me. I want to fix this. Like I'm more like that. Or I know where to place people. If we don't work out with dating, maybe you just supposed to be my friend. So now I know how to be friends. Yeah. Before I'm like, if we ain't dating, you need to go.
You weren't as flexible.
Yeah.
Because I think when you meet somebody, it's an experience.
Yes.
I am learning, and this kind of goes with our topic because if you are dating, when you're dating several people, my mindset is you are exploring everybody. This is a time when you're learning about you too, because you're learning what I can tolerate, what I can't tolerate, what I like, what I don't like, what, lifestyle I can see myself being in. What it's trial and error. It's actually kind of fun when you get into it. Like it is.
I'm having a ball, honey.
Listen, I just started dating again recently, and when I say the same thing, I've never dated non-monogamous. Like I've never been on several dates with several people. And one part that you keep saying is like the honesty of it, because I think that can make or break the situation.
It is. And I feel like people think that honesty is just telling the truth about something. No, it's like, don't leave nothing out either. Don't leave it out. Like if it's a situation, just because I might not know doesn't mean you shouldn't tell me. But I think that is something that I'm like, let's get into it.
Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something. If you take a piece of the story out, that is a lie.
I feel like that too.
But some people believe if I don't tell, I didn't tell a story about it, but you still distorted the actual picture.
The events that happen. Yes, I agree.
That's a lie. And I think people that do things like that.
Tea thirsty, y'all.
Yeah, sorry.
The story, like people leaving stuff out.
Yeah,
like, you can't leave stuff. You can't leave stuff out because that's not telling the truth.
No,
it's just not.
It's just not. But when you're dating several people, being honest is so important because, like, from the beginning, right? Like when you meet somebody, it's not like later on once we have feelings for each other, but it's like, hey, I'm just letting you know, like I am, in a place right now where I'm dating several people.
Yeah.
It's even like, and I mean, you could tell me your experience, but I think it's also several boundaries. Like for me, personally, everybody's not like this. Like I'm at a place in my life where I don't double dip.
What you mean?
What I mean, like I'm not having sex with several people.
No, me neither.
So I'm like, okay, I may be talking to several people, but it might be one of them that we are like engaging in sex. And I'm like, okay.
I'm the same way. Like if I'm talking to multiple people, I'm having probably sex with just one. And then the other ones, I'm continuing to like get to know them and figure it out. But I don't believe in doing all that now. I think that's a whole nother thing.
But I think, again, from the outside looking in, that's stuff to clarify because I think people have their own opinions when it comes to dating several people. Because I think when I have had this conversation before, they're like, oh, well, I don't do that because I don't, that's nasty. I'm like, but there are boundaries.
No, that's not what's happening.
You really have to like have boundaries with people on what you're doing and stuff. Now, let me ask you this, like, what about like going out of town with people and stuff? Everybody values something differently, but
I don't mind that. I'll go out of town with you, but I also feel like that when I'm dating you, doesn't mean we're sleeping in the same bed either when we go out of town. It might be like you on the couch, I'm on the bed, or we got two separate hotel rooms. I don't really tell. I try to tell as much as I feel comfortable with, but sometimes I don't think to put every little thing in, but I guess when I don't put it in, people just assume, Okay.
Well, and
but I feel like with me, I don't mind going out of town with you, long as I know you're not like a crazy. Now, I don't know if I ever went out of town with my like first time meeting.
Yeah. That's a little.
But I have like, I don't mind going out of town with a person. But by the time I go out of town with you, I'm cool. But I also feel like if you're going out of town with somebody, you need to make sure you can afford to be separate from that person if it go down. Because that's a big risk you're willing to take.
Yeah, because you're dating. And at that time, it's not a whole bunch of security.
It's like, I don't know you like that.
Yeah, but again, some people that I guess don't have that lifestyle, don't have the opportunity, don't understand that. Yeah. Because going out of town with me with somebody sometimes is like a date. Like
to me, it's not that big of a deal. Like
some people are like, oh, y'all going out of town, y'all together. No. That's just too frequent of a thing for us to actually say. For me, anyways, in my lifestyle,
going out of town is not that big of a deal. But I also feel like that's more of my norm, and I feel like it might be more your norm. But to other people, going out of town is like a big deal. Like we going on, that's a big deal. But I feel like to me, that's a luxury that I can afford to have is going out of town or just taking a quick trip to Miami or a quick trip here. Exactly. It's not that big of a deal. But I do understand people that don't have that luxury. They can see like, oh, this is something crazy, but no, I don't feel like it's that big.
Okay. One thing that I just want to speak about is the UHaul situation with lesbians, because I think that is a big thing. And actually, I was talking to somebody recently and they were trying to normalize it and say they were basically saying that it's okay. They were like, they were telling me
like quick.
To the UHaul, they were normalizing the whole thing. They were saying move in quick. They were like, well, LGBTQIA people aren't like everybody else. So that's just one thing that we do that everybody else don't do. And
I don't do that.
And
I'm not in a rush to live with nobody, and I'm not in a rush for nobody to live with me.
Facts. And even getting into a relationship, like I don't
care about those.
In my 20s, I have done that one time.
Getting a relationship?
Be real. No, like a U-Haul situation.
How many relationships you been
in? Let me see. Probably about 4. Or no, 5. I think 5 serious relationships in my life. 33.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm 31. I've only been in 2 real relationships.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like I move really slow.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I can see how with 2 women, the emotions can run high so you can just get to it. But I also like my space. I don't care to be like up under person. When we're in a relationship now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like in your butt cheeks.
Okay.
But once I'm trying to get to know you, I don't really have to I don't feel the rush. But I also feel like I have a lot of things that I need to protect in a sense, like my peace.
Yeah.
I got this big ass house. I don't need somebody just coming to move in here with me. I don't really need somebody for nothing. All the things I'm doing is because I want to.
Yeah.
And I think that allows me to be like, let's take this really slow.
No, facts. You said a lot because I think sometimes people are moving in because maybe they have to. Maybe they looking for half on the rent.
Or maybe they looking for emotional void they needed to feel with me. I can really like you, but I think I'm pretty mature emotionally, financially. So now I'm just trying to figure out who do I want to occupy my space. But it's not because I need a person.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes when you just attach so quick, maybe you do like each other a lot, but I don't have that thing in me.
I think that's a red ass flag. Hold on. Flag on the play. When people are moving very quick and trying to move in, we cannot normalize that. I feel like there is something is up. It's either we're trying to get a void or you may not be stable or something. I just feel like that is a huge void. I also feel like I feel like that's a huge red flag. I also feel like dating several people kind of puts a hold on that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that I meet are people that when they meet someone, they like them and they lock off and they talk to that person. And then if it doesn't work off, they stop and they regroup again and go to another person. I think with me, it helps because it's like I'm dating multiple people at the same time. So maybe it would take maybe a year to date 3 people. With me, I'm dating maybe 3 people in this 3-month span. And then if I don't like you, you just get dropped off and then I put somebody else on. Or I just, move it to what makes sense. I'm not trying to be like a pimp, but I'm just saying it makes sense. So at that point, the time that it would take me to find somebody I'm genuinely interested in is way shorter than it would take somebody else. Because I'm not gonna lie, before I used to like this person, they like me, it's us, nobody else. But now I'm like, okay, I like you too. Okay, let's keep it going. Now you done pissed me off. You done did too much. You need to go. But now another, and I just move it along. And I think that when I find somebody that catches my attention in the midst of all that, I'm gradually going to end up dropping the other people by limiting conversation. We might not see each other as much because now my space is occupied by this person. I think at the end of the day, if you like somebody, you like them. It doesn't matter if it's 10 people or 1 person. So it's going to be that person. I think that's the difference with me. I don't, and then it's like, but I'm not gonna lie, I know how to be in a relationship. I'm a very good girlfriend. Like when it's time to cut everybody off and just be dedicated to this one person and devoted to them, I'm gonna do that. But I'm also gonna be dedicated and devoted as a girlfriend. Okay. You want a wife, make me a wife.
Okay, but when you're doing that, you want this person. You have been through and you have engaged with other people. I engaged with other people. Other people are around while you've had distractions.
I just feel like a relationship to me it's 2 people in a relationship. Why am I acting like it's us as 2 people and I'm not dating nobody else? Are y'all in a relationship? You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
but that's how the line.
That's a luxury of a relationship, though. A luxury of a relationship is it's only me and you. If we're dating, why? That's not a luxury of a relationship. You're in a relationship, basically. That's you basically tell me I'm not talking to nobody else.
You just don't have the title, but you're basically in a relationship, engaging as if you're in a relationship.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
And I think a lot of society does that. And I'm going to go off just a little bit. I think a lot of society does that. And I think that's why our divorce rate is rising. And I think that's why a lot of people don't meet their match, is because you also need to know your values when you get into it. Like you said, like, I'm a very good girlfriend, right?
I am.
I guess that's subjective based on who. I'm not saying you're not, but I'm saying, you get what I mean? Like, I think you have to learn what are those things for you. Because what I was going to ask you is, even when you're like looking at partners or whatever, the thing, like, what are some of the things you value about people? Because some people care about money, some people care about emotional maturity, some people can, you know, whatever.
I think the things I value is somebody being emotionally available. That's a big one. I think also someone that is financially stable, because I think that eliminates the burden of me feeling like I have to step up in them. I want somebody attractive, of course. And I just want someone that thinks ahead. I don't want someone that's just now, let's just do this. Like somebody that thinks ahead. I like somebody that's fun, pretty light in energy. And I think I just want someone that can show up for me. Like they can show up in different spaces. It's not only they can show up in me financially, but you can show up like if I'm emotionally distraught, or like if I need something, I might not necessarily need to tell you I need something. You're already thinking about providing it. Those are like the big things that mean a lot to me right now.
Got you. Okay. I think I think that's important to know for each person, because I think also some people don't know themselves and know what they can tolerate or what they don't. So when they go into relationships, it's like, oh, well, you make me feel good. You look good.
That's
whatever. And then let's vibe. But then 5 months down the line, I realized
like, I don't even like you like that. This was just the infatuation. And I think with me, with dating, it allows me to get past the infatuation, the cupcake stage. And now we know if we really like each other, and let's move forward. And I also believe in letting people show up as themselves. When I date people and they ask me what am I looking for, I say, I'm just looking for somebody that fuck with me. That's what I tell them. And I don't give them this rundown in a list. I gave you a list because we on here, but I don't give them a list, because the thing about it is I want you to do what you naturally would do. I don't want to tell you what I would want you to do, because you're going to keep doing that for a little bit, but that's naturally not how you respond. So I want you to do what you do. And that way, when we come together, it meshes versus you're stepping out of character to do something for me. Now, some things I do understand, like, okay, naturally, I want you to take the trash can out. I'm going to tell you that. But when it comes up showing up emotionally, or if we go out and like the gas needs to be pumped, you just get out. I don't want to have to tell you, you need to get out. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like those kind of things. That's how I find your perfect match. I feel like, because it's like, you're doing what you do, not because I told you, but that's because that's who you are.
Right. And we're compatible. That's how you know compatibility. Because you're right. People will try to. And I also think that's probably a really common question that people be asking people is, what are you looking for? Whatever. And people will try to bend their character.
I had that happen to me.
You know, y'all better take that tip from her.
Yeah, I'm for real. I see how a person shows up. And if you do too many things, I understand nobody's going to be perfect. Like, you're going to do things I don't like.
Ain't nobody.
But I feel like that I have to see if the things you don't like is worth me willing to want to stay. And also with me, I'm not the only person dating or in a relationship. If you don't like something I'm doing, you have to take the same chance. It's one too many things I don't like. Let me go in here and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But
period.
I feel like I'm just strong on my boundaries, and I'm very dominant, and I say it. I'm very boastful in that. But some people won't say it. They'll just keep it chill because they're like, oh, I like her and I don't want to. No, just say it.
Yeah, you come out the gate and saying it. Because I'm going to tell you, those things that you do not say at the beginning, you going to end up finding out. They going to be there. You are going to end up finding out what those things are later on. Naturally, some people cannot hide. So you might as well just be upfront and be who you are from the beginning.
Yeah, but I feel like people also think because I say it first or I said, I guess I'm on my channel. It's my channel. So you're only going to hear my point of view. Oh, Ted's so bossy. She like things done this way. It's like, no, I'm just saying it. They can say it too. But you might not know what they're saying because they're not on the internet. It's a personal conversation between us. But
I got you. Okay. Okay. You dropped some gems. You definitely.
I always do.
Listen, you really dropped some gems here. Okay. I had another question for you. I think before you said, well, first off, let me ask you this. Did you see that Diddy video?
Which one?
The one with Cassie.
Yes, I did.
What you think about that?
I'm not shocked. I feel like it's so many things, and I don't want to be that person, but I feel like in relationships, it's so many things that happen that people do not see. Mm-hmm. And I think with me being on the internet, I mean, sure, I'll just be posting on YouTube and like social media stuff, but it's still so many things on the background and behind the scenes that people just don't see. So I feel like with me, I wasn't that shocked. I don't think it was cool at all. I don't think it was acceptable, but I think that sometimes people just, their hand gets shown. Mm-hmm. But I feel like at the end of the day, I think for Cassie's sake, I'm glad that she was able to, you know, do her piece, get her shit that that was deserving of her. Mm-hmm. But it also is the proof came out with it and it wasn't a hearsay type thing. Cause I feel like sometimes when women speak out and it's no receipts, then the people are like, it's questionable. I feel like I'm glad that she was able to speak and then the receipts came behind it. And now we like, okay, she's just not saying that. I believed it from the jump, to be honest, just because I know people and I done heard stuff from back in the day. But
yeah, I think he has always had this questionable character because I think a lot of people are just, we've seen a lot of different things. Like I'm going back to the band.
Okay, yeah. I've seen that too because I watch Lovely T. Oh. And she does a lot of like deep dives and things like that. So she really dug into like his history.
His character.
Yeah.
His
so I wasn't really
the way he talked to people, you know, it wasn't until like the early, I mean, like it was like 2015 or something when people started talking about the contracts that like, if you look at a lot of his artists, are broke. They have nothing. A lot of them are on drugs. They've been in jail. And I think that's their own stuff. But I also think it shows that they didn't really get much from the lifestyle that he seems to have grown from. On the band, I felt like it was crazy. He was like making them walk to get cheesecake.
Yeah, I seen that when it first came out.
Talking to the people on Danity Kane crazy.
Yeah, like, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. And I feel like when people are in power, I done seen people that wasn't even in that much power, just people that have followers and they just talk to people and act like people ain't shit because they feel like they are at this certain status. Right. So a person of that caliber acting like that is not like super uncommon.
Yeah. Like, I think it's just because I think a lot of people maybe have been shocked because we had never saw the actual footage and the footage that they gave was like raw. Like I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But that kind of gets me into domestic violence and lesbian, LGBTQ in general. You have an opinion on that? Like what exactly are you asking me? You know, do you feel like that's a common thing? I mean, we both have
domestic violence? Yeah. I do. Sometimes because I feel like that it's too female. So instead of it being a man and a woman, you feel like the man ain't supposed to touch the woman. Females normally will fight. Two guys will fight. So I do feel like it's a lot. Like you think that this person is your equal versus thinking like this man shouldn't put their hands on this person. And I know it sounds crazy, but when you're a femme dating a stud, it's still kind of the same stereotype. The stud should not be putting their hands on this femme, but they both are two females. But what I can say for me, the people I have dated that was mass women, they have been like more muscular, more stronger, or more just athletically inclined to, if they really wanted to like do it in the dirt. But I don't do that. I don't do no fighting and stuff like that. Now the old me back in the day, like years ago, like college, I would probably tussle with my girlfriend. But now I don't do that because at the end of the day, what we gonna do? Fight and then get in the bed together that night? That's normally what happens.
See, that's my thing. Like
I'm not doing that. I don't want to fight.
Also, like, and again, early 20s, stuff like that, like being in undergrad, like I have had little, like, you know, little wrestling matches and little like drunk stuff, whatever. But I really have only had like one real like grown relationship where I have lived with one person and we didn't do any of that. But I will say when we go into, there was no physical anything, but there was some verbal. And because I think domestic violence, when we think of it technically, now I know all of us may raise our voice or something like that, but technically it goes into other things too with name calling. Cause I'm with you. Like if we get physical, I have a really hard time like having sex with somebody after that. Yeah. Because it's like, like we really have to like end. Because
I don't feel like we have to end. Okay. Because I've done it before, but I just feel like it gets to a point where is my words not enough? Like, can we not just communicate? Right. You know, I don't want a situation like you're supposed to be my peace. Like you're supposed to be my home. If it's getting to that point, I now be like, okay, let's take a break. Meaning I'm going to maybe go over here for a couple hours, you go over here, and then let's come back and talk to the conversation. But I think it also comes with your maturity level. Like when you're younger, you don't know no better. So maybe your coping mechanism at that point is to put your hands on a person because you just feel super frustrated and super intense. I think that I'm intense. I can get intense moments now, but I know how to deal with it way better. I don't believe in putting your hands on me. And if you put your hands on me now at the age I'm in, I will be done with you.
Yeah, facts.
Because I'm past
facts.
that. Like, I want to have kids. I'm not going to be fighting in front of my kids. Like, that's crazy.
Okay, that's actually one of the questions I was going to ask you is, are you want, well, that was one of the first this or that, but you want to be a mom? I
do want to be a mom. I think I'm going to be a mom soon.
Oh, okay. Do you mind if I like get in your business? So are you?
I'm going to tell you if I don't want you in my business now. But go ahead.
So, like, are you going to like have a baby like with someone? Would you be someone that just like...
I think that I'm going to meet my person and, well, I feel like maybe I met my person. Who knows? But I feel like that me and my person, and I want to have a kid with them and then move forward. But if it gets to like the age where I feel like maybe my eggs are not going to be functioning, like, you know, if I go to a doctor visit and they tell me like your count and stuff and all that's not working out, I would not be opposed to having a kid by myself because I can afford it. And I think emotionally I'm like getting better. And I think that I would be able to handle it. But I want to have a baby with my person.
Okay. Well, that's what's up.
But I want to be married first. You ain't going to knock me up and be married. All
right. Because that was going to be a following question. But okay. So have you thought about like the process and stuff? Because you know with us lesbians, it's a blessing and a curse. The blessing is I think it's a blessing children.
Because I find these lesbians, these daddies will be putting these doll babies in everybody. And I feel like...
I ain't gonna lie. I definitely probably would have about 5 kids right now. I would be happy.
How many kids do you think I would have? If we could have kids?
Okay. I think as right now you are 31. I'm saying you at least may have like 3. But this is what I'm saying.
You would think I would have 3 kids with these daddies?
I was gonna say 1 was twins. Maybe you had
twins run in my family.
See, I don't know why I thought that, but I was about to say...
My dad's a twin.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. So I was about to say maybe you'll be blessed with twins and then 1 like twin girls and then a boy or something.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
You already got the G-Wagon. You can see the car seats in the back.
Baby, I'm gonna have me a nanny. I'm still gonna be outside.
No. I've always like with kids. I'm 33, and I still say I have at least 5 years that 4 or 5 years where I can see myself just because I work a really non-traditional schedule. Okay. Like, and realistically, like I'm at work from like 11 or 12 until like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I get a break in the middle of the day to cook and work out. Okay. But it's like, how are you going to have a family like that?
Yeah. I think that when it gets on the second half of my 30s, I'm really going to be like, okay, maybe I haven't met my person. Yeah. I want to have a baby.
Have you thought about how?
Huh?
Have you thought about how? Like,
how I want to have a kid?
Yeah.
A couple ways. I don't really know if I would prefer, I guess, to know who the father is. Like maybe we would take their sperm and inject in my egg, and then this is me and my person's baby. But I wouldn't want the donor to be a part of it at all. No.
Okay.
But I would rather that because I kind of know where I'm getting myself into versus just taking the sperm of somebody we just don't have a freaking clue about.
Right.
But I also feel like it's tricky both ways. Because you could do somebody you don't know them and then boom, it's that chance. But then it's like you know the person and then they want to be active. Because low-key my homeboys be fine. I'm like, okay, would you let me take your sperm? And every time they're like, yeah, I'll give it to you. But I'm going to be with my baby. I'm like, this is not your baby. This is not your baby.
And that do get a little sticky then.
It gets sticky. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. Okay. But I also feel like, how would you feel about this? Like if you had a partner and, well, like, think about me as a film, if you was a film. If you had a partner and she's a girl, but her and her sibling look exactly alike, would you be comfortable with using her sibling's egg? I mean, sperm. Because at that point, it would be my partner's niece, nephew. Right. But it's really our baby. But the genes are still in the house because that's the... daddy. What do you think about that? But it would be like it wouldn't be like me and the brother engaging. It would be
right.
more so
it
like
would
that.
be like more through the through the actual process.
I've heard people doing that before. I've seen it on the show.
Yeah, no, I would be open to that. I think that as long as going back to that person not trying to play an okie doke later with that's my child or something like that, like I think we would have to have some type of like legal paperwork or something, of course, to do. Because I guess that's the same thing as like when the women are getting like surrogate.
Yeah, but then at that point, it's like you know who exactly the donor is, the same DNA.
True. And
then another thing that I kind of strict on, when I have a baby with my partner, like clearly it'd probably be a stud most likely. I don't want either family to know whose egg we used.
That is what I was going to ask you when I say like,
I don't want you to know.
All right. Cause I have some friends back in Virginia that they just actually had their second baby and they use one wife's egg with the first one. And this one is with the stud's egg. So why? And
either
why,
one though, I wouldn't tell. Cause I feel like that. I know my mom and them wouldn't treat my baby different. Cause I'm saying this is mine, that's mine. But I also feel like I just don't know about the other person's. And I think that with me, I've always talked about this with a partner. I'm like, regardless we use your egg or my egg, I don't want nobody to know but me and you. That's our
about
thing.
Who?
And then our families would just see a baby. So at that point, it's like you take the baby or get the fuck off. As far as dating younger and older, I've dated like 10 years older and I've dated like younger.
What's the pros and what's the con?
I think dating someone older from my experience has been more stability, more just the carefreeness I have is the carefreeness they have. But I also think that that's where it came from because in the midst of me dating, I did date somebody older. So she showed me how, she was like, you tripping, like chill out. And I'm like, what? But I realized, damn, I am tripping. So I think I took a lot of that inside and been like, okay, like I need to move more like this. And I think that she just showed me a lot. She taught me a lot as far as emotionally how to move forward and just releasing. Now, when I date younger, I'm not gonna lie, I be turned. So they be turned right with my ass. Or it's like we super goofy, geeked up, like, and just new experiences of this, like, I don't know, like with me being 31 and the person I was dating that was younger was like 25, 26, but she has so much life in her. It wasn't more like responsibilities. It was just more so like, I'm just living in the moment. I'm having a ball. Fun. You know, I'm young term, getting money. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So I think that I like both. To be honest, I do like both, but I don't know. That's the crazy part. My personality is kind of both. I'm super chill, but then I have my moments when I'm turned up. But I don't like too much of neither. I don't want you too chill because now, bitch, you're boring me. Balance. But then if you're too turned, it's like, bitch, where's the business? Okay. And like, you know, so right. I don't know. That's a conflict or complex I'm having is you need to be both. I can't have too much of the other. Because if you're too boring, I'm out of there. Okay. And then if you're too turned, I'm out of there. So it's like, I gotta find someone that is matching me on that. But
facts. Because you got a lot to lose.
But I don't know if I don't know. I think I might. I don't know. I prefer maybe I don't know. I kind of
it's a toss up. I don't ever think that I would date as young as I
wouldn't
would.
date that young now.
No.
The youngest I'm willing to go is 5 years.
Yeah. My cutoff now is like, I say 30. 28, if you have your shit together, then maybe I will, but still, you know, your 20s, a lot of time you are still just getting life. And you're not wrong. That's where we were like in your 20s. Exactly. So I pretty much say that 30 at this point. But I've dated older too. And I think older, it was a lot of the good things, like you said, is definitely like stability, know where you're at in your life. The older women that I were dating, they had like more investments. Like, you know, one lady, she had like a lot of different houses that she had like a portfolio of houses that she rent out. So I think older comes with you can learn you so much. I'm like, I thought I was doing something. Yeah. Baby, you sitting at home and got on the first, how I you feel. Got people bringing you rent.
Yeah, that's how I felt too when I was getting older. It was like, I don't get me wrong, I feel like I got my shit together, but it's another level of organization, having your shit together and having this income coming in from all these different aspects. I'm like, whoa, I am super impressed. And it takes a lot to impress me. So I think the older person I did date, she definitely impressed me.
Absolutely. I would say the older is something to learn from, but the younger, like you said, you get a glimpse of your 20s.
Well, the thing about it is when I'm dating younger, like you said, you have to have something going on. I'm not going to date you young and you're not just You know, like if I'm dating you and you're younger, you must got some type of motion. Because I feel like at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna.
Well, and that's good though. I ain't
taking care of no baby now.
Listen. And so, all right, because I think I forgot to ask you that with UHaul. You ever been in a UHaul situation or
where somebody just moved in with me?
Yeah, or you
one time, biggest mistake of my life, and I can't stand that hoe. Literally, I really can't. And it happened at the perfect time. Just moved to LA. I was super I didn't know anybody in LA. So then I was talking to this girl from back at home. I had just met her. Just maybe 2 weeks before I left for LA. Literally went to LA. I'm like, damn, I should bring her back out here. Flew her out there. And literally we moved in like that. She was living with me clearly. And she only lived with me for maybe like a month and a half. I was like, you got to go home. And one day I just was like, bought her ticket, sent her ass home. Because
had to go.
Yeah, she had to go. Because I felt like that I knew I was just doing that because I was scared to be in LA alone. So I brought a familiar face, but I had only met her for 2 weeks before I met her. But that was the only situation. But it taught me so much. It taught me I don't never want to do that again. I don't want to rush. I'm not taking care of nobody. And you are this emotionally dependent on somebody else. You're going to move somebody across the country with you. You're fucking insane, bitch. Get it together. And that's when I was like, I sent her ass home.
Dead ass.
I sent her ass home.
Yeah, it'd be like that though. And we all have had to go through a situation.
But only one time.
Yeah, one time.
It only take me one motherfucking time.
One time.
And that was 8 years ago? Right. 9 years ago.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right, let's just talk about some signs and finish this out. So I want just a few questions with signs. First, most people probably know what you are, but tell people what's your sign.
I'm a Libra.
Okay. What are some things people say about Libras? Or just describe?
We're super creative. I feel like a lot of Libras have great balance. So we're bougie, we're ratchet. I feel like Libras are go-getters, entrepreneurs, super, super smart, really big creatives. And Libra girls is always pretty girls. We're pretty.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, Libras, they really do. I've heard good things.
I think we're enchanting too.
Yeah, it's a balance. I've heard some really good things about Libras.
What's the bad things you heard?
Do you remember? I was going to try to find it, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Do you remember in the email I had wrote you this thing about Libras? And I was like, because I actually
think you wrote me an email about the Libras, but I don't remember exactly what
it was saying. I'm gonna try to find it, but because I'm gonna try to find it, but I have never. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying this right. I've never dated a Libra. Okay. But I have so many Libras around me and in my circle and a lot of people that were really close to me. So what I would say is everything you said. I think that y'all are super balanced. I think that it is a lot of dominance that comes from y'all. Super independent. I don't think y'all would do well being like a housewife or somebody that's. You
don't think we would do well?
Being let me say this real quick and let me finish this. If you didn't have your own thing going on, I think leaning on somebody.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Just being a little house mom.
If you're in the house or whatever, but you still are making money doing your own thing behind the scenes. I feel like y'all completely leaning on somebody else financially.
Oh, no, I don't think
stuff.
that.
That's what I think.
It ain't even about the financial thing. It's about just me feeling whole as a person. I have to be doing something.
Thank you.
But I would be a housewife, but I'm still going to have my little something on the side, just something.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
What's the bad things? What's the bad things, T?
Y'all that's what we want to hear. Conflict. That's it. Y'all are conflict avoid. Y'all, this is the thing. I feel like y'all avoid conflict so much. Y'all but it's a good reason why. Let me say, some people avoid conflict to be manipulative. I feel like Libras avoid conflict because y'all want everybody to get along and y'all want everything to be happy. Really, y'all live. Even with love, I think with love, y'all are like the Notebook. You're like, oh my God, this has to be the biggest love fairy tale. Yeah. But I feel like even with friends and stuff, sometimes y'all are well, I just want everybody to get along and for everything to work out. But it's realistically, that just don't always work out.
True.
What you think about that?
I agree. I think that I do want everybody to get along and I want everybody to vibe out. I don't think I care if y'all don't, y'all don't. I ain't gonna do my big one to make you. But I agree with that. I feel like with me, I'm not gonna say I avoid conflict. I avoid the confrontation. If we're talking and it's getting very confrontational, I'll take a moment to come back to it.
That's okay. I do think I feel like that's healthy.
But I'm not avoid conflict. We never talk about it again because baby, I need to talk about it.
Okay. But let me ask you this, because this is another thing I know about Libras. Y'all will block the hell out of somebody.
Oh, I block everybody. I will block you everywhere. If I block you, I'll block you on YouTube. I'll block you everywhere. I don't care.
Cash App?
I block. Now, I don't know if I'm blocking up. Now, I blocked one girl on Cash App, and I was like, bitch, that was a dumb move. Because if you want to get in contact with me, you need to send the funds, Lucius. Or Loyal. What's his name? Legion. Send the funds, Legion.
Yeah, so, all right. What's some signs you've had? What are some of your favorite signs? Like, even think about friends, think about lovers. What are some complicated signs, and who have been people that have, or not people, but signs that have
Pisces love me. They always treat me really good.
Okay.
Pisces are really, really good to me. They want to take care of me. They want to lift me up. They just have a thing for me. So I do love Pisces, dating them. I be trying to stay away from Taurus. It's so bad. But
Taurus is another really complicated sign.
They are, but they just can't get enough of me. I feel like Tauruses, I like how confident they are. Okay. How like boastful they are. I like how they just got this like, I'm that nigga type vibe. I like that. So I think that I do like being around Tauruses, but I try to stay away from them.
What's the bad part about Tauruses? Let's talk about it.
They too bullheaded.
They're very, like, I think
too bullheaded and too fucking cocky.
Yeah, they're stubborn to a point of like, you can present facts to them or you can explain something and say this don't work out and they're still going to do it.
I don't think, not with my Taurus.
Okay, not with yours. Okay.
Yeah, but I think with mine, it's like the cockiness I like, but then sometimes your cockiness is, you doing too much. When do
the cockiness become too much? Like, is it the ego?
If we at a club and you so damn cocky and bitches is on you, bitch, I'm right here. Like, hello.
Okay.
You all in your damn, like that.
Okay,
I think that I like.
So they be in their bag too much.
They be in their bag. I like Scorpios though. I feel like Scorpios are super sexual. They have like a super like chill, but I'm gonna come at you at nighttime.
They're feisty,
like that.
And they're
yes, I like them. What I will not date, I don't like no more. I would never Gemini.
Okay.
I like to be friends with a lot of Geminis, but I don't want to date Geminis. That's like
what? It's crazy because I literally have met so many. Like, I think I have met like 4 Geminis in the last.
Oh no, they can stay away from me unless they want to be friends.
It's funny because I don't have any friends, or I don't have any friends or lovers that are Geminis. I have a friend who has dated a lot of Geminis, and she is like literally saying to me what you're saying. She was like, "Bitch, you need to run." Like, Geminis.
Yeah, they crazy, and then they flip floppy.
That's what they say.
Then
they
be super obsessive. Then if they not obsessive, now they a mean bitch. Then they flip back like, I don't like you. And you know who I'm
all right,
about.
so well, I don't know, but you heard But okay, so Geminis, what let's go back to Scorpios. I have a lot of Scorpio friends. I've only messed with one Scorpio. She pretty much kind of curved me, and I would probably spin the block. She had every right to curve me. My mouth be crazy sometimes.
You be talking shit?
No, I think it's how I say it. Oh. I think it's my delivery. I think my delivery is trash, and I think I'm working on that.
See,
I'm working.
We love an accountability queen.
Yeah, I'm working on. I ain't even gonna say that's my challenge. I'm a Sag, and I feel like that comes with a Sag sometimes. That people will say we are blunt and we just say it. And I think I grew up in a household with somebody who just said a lot of stuff, so I have very tough skin. The way people say things to me don't impact me, but I also think I come strong sometimes. And so she had every right. But this is what I would say about Scorpios. They're sensitive. They're loyal. They are going to try to act like nothing matters to them.
I agree.
Everything matters.
I agree.
They are very successful. Mm-hmm. They are go-getters. They're going to like, I don't think an unhealthy way, but they're going to push themselves, achieve something, push themselves, achieve something. Yeah. Them are our sister signs. So we share a lot of things with, I'm a Sag. We share a lot of things with Scorpios. Now, there is a part of Scorpios this week that I say there's Scorpios and Sagittarius. It's from 11/20 to 11/29. Those people in that week right there aren't mentally okay. No, I'm just joking. Let me tell you who's in that week. Future's in that week. Lil Fizz is in that week. I feel like I think Russell Wilson is December 5th, but
you think those are nutsos?
Those people are different people. I have had two best friends. Both of their birthdays were 11/23. One of my friends right now, my good friends, hey Lex, her birthday is she watch you too? Her birthday is 11/21. They are just unpredictable. You don't know what you are going to get from them.
I don't gotta worry about
They're
that.
very attractive people. Like they are going to attract people. They get what they want. They're normally some type of superstars.
Okay.
They are entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. That week right there, especially if you're a Sagittarius, you just don't know what you're going to get from them. You might get, like my friends, what I would say about them is they both are go-getters and both, they're entrepreneurs. They do their own thing. But when I have seen them in relationships, they are obsessive. And I mean, what's theirs is what's theirs is what's theirs. And I mean, it's hard to get them up off.
I feel like that is a Scorpio trait. Because like years ago when I was talking to a Scorpio, like she wasn't going. She was like,
nah, like you can tell them you're in a relationship with somebody and they're going to still be in a relationship with you.
I never felt like that. But I felt like that with the Scorpio. She was definitely like, what are you doing? We need to be together. But this was years ago, like years.
Like they attract a lot of people. So I feel like they will always have people around them and coming to them. But if you're someone they care about or they feel like they're in love or that's my person, they always have this look on you or they're like, okay, that's mine. It's kind of like, I'm just going to be, because I think everybody probably can relate to this. It's kind of like Future continuing to say something about Sierra 10 years later after, because I feel like, again, he's 11/21
so
or 11/20. So you feel
like that with him bringing her up, that's obsessive?
Absolutely, because they're not people that are vulnerable. They don't, unless they had.
So what do you think the obsessive thing is? Do you think that he still wants her? Or you think
absolutely? I think if we look at it, Sierra was the only person that man like proposed to and really like wanted. So
she proposed to Sierra?
Yeah, they were engaged.
I didn't know this. Did you know?
Yeah, they were definitely engaged. Definitely engaged. They were definitely engaged. I know I ain't making this up.
I was worried about getting my own cookie pop. But I didn't know nothing that was going on.
But no, they were definitely 100% engaged.
So you feel like that the reason he still bring her up?
Because they're not vulnerable. You know how some people have to get attention in a negative way? It's kind of like a child temper tantrum. See, people that are vulnerable, you can get attention in a healthy way. Because you could just say, man, you know what? That was somebody that I love and she really got by me. And I had to learn a lesson from that. Future would never say, because Future is not somebody, dude, I'm just going music and the things that he say, because I don't know that man personally, but it appears he's not emotionally mature, especially to diss the person who's raising your son.
I mean, I could see it, but I guess so. I feel like I get it though, but maybe you're right. Some people ain't just over that hurt.
Yeah, and I think it's a hurt.
But I don't feel like it's obsessive. I feel like maybe they're just not over the situation.
Maybe they not, and maybe that's what slightly. I just feel like maybe it'll be like that one that had that pierce in your heart that really hurts. I think Scorpio.
Yeah, I'm the one that got away with everybody.
With everybody?
I think so.
Okay, you've never had no one get away from you where you'd be like, damn, I wish I would have done this or done that better, or nah?
I feel like in relationships, when they fail, it's always something that both people could have done better. I do feel like that. Like it's something that I could have done better. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm the perfect person. But I do feel like I'm the person that got away from like the people I've been talking to. Yeah.
Okay. Let's think about some other signs. So you don't know much about Sagittarius.
I just know the thing I know about Sagittarius is I feel like they're super quiet, mysterious. I feel like they don't really give a fuck. Like if they got some shit to say, they gonna say it. But I also feel like, to me, they're not really confrontational. They just more chill.
Like, I love this part.
I don't know Sagittarius that are just go in and want to be like, It's like once a Sagittarius start talking, you done push them to that limit to start talking.
Okay. You know
what I'm saying?
See,
but when I say I don't give a fuck, I feel like it's more in their head. Not I don't give a fuck to you. It's like in my head, like, bitch, I'm off this.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, we're very nonchalant.
We
are very, very, very nonchalant.
I like Sag is more like sexy, cool, chill. But now I'm up. It's towards the end of the night. Libra
maybe
is
after
off
little
the
liquor.
bucks.
Just from the beginning, just
where's the niggas at? Where's the bitches at? You pop the bottles like that.
And it's one thing. Okay, do Libras like attention?
I love attention.
Okay, I think, I don't know if that's is that a Libra thing or you thing?
I think it's a Libra thing.
I think it's a Libra thing. I feel like we have
the genetic I'll hit the room. I want all eyes.
Y'all are normally really
but we're super nice. We're super, I feel like certain ones. But with me, I'm super nice. I'm super humble. I love attention, but it's not attention to the point where I'm stepping on other people or pushing someone else down. It's just like, look at me, bitch.
Yeah, because I know I'm that shit.
Yeah. But it's like, also, if I see you over there, come your ass over here and get on the table with me too. Okay. So I don't mind sharing it, but I do like being in the spotlight.
Okay. All right. Any other troubling signs? You said Pisces.
I love Pisces.
Well, the Pisces I had was more like Krishan. I would say.
I ain't never had a Pisces like that.
But see, again, I'm going to say this though, going back to maturity, I think your Pisces was older. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So mine was younger. That was one of the younger ones I dated. So I don't, again, Krishan is 21. I think the girl I was dating was like 23 or 24. So again, I don't know if you really get to see a lot of personality more than you see emotional immaturity because of stuff. Because I went through a lot. When I was saying no peace, like a sweet girl, but I'm talking about I can really feel like Krishan. Like I mean,
sweet
just
girl, but
no
baby,
sweet girl, but from 0 to 100 in a quick second, anywhere we're at.
I don't want that
in public, on the airplane,
I'm not interested.
in the president's house. She didn't care. She was with it and ready for it, but was down for me too. Like if it was something behind me, she was ready to rock and roll. But still, it's like once you got something to lose, that it's too much of that. All right, I'm trying to think about any other signs. You said Gemini, no. I don't know. I don't really know too much about Geminis. I'm going around. What about Virgos?
I never dated. Oh, I did kind of. No, I did not date her.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Virgos and dating. Okay. I got a friend that's a Virgo, but he always take the lead on everything. So that's more like a leader thing.
Dominant, definitely.
Leadership, dominant. In control, like shit to be a certain way, very meticulous. Like
y'all are sister signs too, and I feel like a lot of the dominance and stuff that comes with that. Any Aquarius, Capricorn, I don't
know much about Capricorn because I don't have none in my life. My mama's Aquarius, but they be saying Aquarius be crazy, but I don't know. My mama don't be acting like that.
Yeah, my sister's Aquarius. My mama is a Cancer.
Oh no, my mom's an Aquarius, and my dad is a Libra.
A Libra, all right. Cancer. You know the two signs we left out was Aries and Leos.
I love Aries. That's my grandma. But they be popping their shit. They super sweet, but they messy a little bit. Grandma messy.
Why you say she messy?
Because we just be in that house kiki and talking shit.
Okay, all right.
I feel like, what was the other one? Leo. Don't really know many Leos either.
Okay. All right. I think fire signs, just they're Leos, love attention, and they're like super sexual, but they're like,
I don't know no Leos.
Yeah, they're like, I think also people that get a lot of attention, but I feel like some of the Leos I've seen may have abused the attention a little bit. Like they're like, remember when you said like, I like attention, but I'm not going all out my way to get it. I feel like some Leos do the most to get attention. They're like
eat you up in these comments, these Leos. But look, I don't know
y'all. Look, that's my experience. I don't know but y'all. Okay, period. And then the other one I was going to say was Aries. My dad is an Aries and lovable people. They're leaders. They're want to be ahead of everybody.
I don't feel like my grandma like that though.
Yeah. I
feel like she be chilling. She likes to put me in the forefront, but I don't know. Maybe I'm her granddaughter, so that's why. You know how grandma is.
Yeah, you know grandma gonna love you. Yeah, for sure. All right, well, one last thing that I wanted to ask you, Tay, is anybody out here who wants to be an influencer, what would you, what's some tips that you can give them or anything that you would say to them? Because I guess at one time, was this a dream for you?
No.
Like, to be, you never thought like you would be doing this? What did you want?
I want to be a veterinarian.
Are you serious?
Yes.
For real?
I love animals. I want to be a veterinarian. And then once I realized, I was like, I don't want to do that. Well, I did want to do it. But then somebody said something about being a veterinarian. And it was like, at that point, I guess I wasn't really strong-minded. Because when they said it, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be a veterinarian because I'm going to have to be around dogs all day. And I'm like, honestly, that's a dream for me. To be around dogs all day because I love dogs. But I feel like they threw me off and I was so young, I was just like, fuck it. So then I started doing like fashion design. So I actually have my bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising.
Really?
So I started doing that. But being an influencer was never my dream. I just kind of, when I was in college in my dorm, she wasn't my roommate, but one of my college friends, she was like, you should post a video on YouTube because I make so much shit. So I just did it. And I really was just posting just the post like you post on Instagram. And then after a while, I started really getting followers. I was like, whoa. And then somebody said you can get paid for a bad time. I lost my job. Once I lost my job, I just started posting on there. But I was only making like $30 per video because I was only posting like randomly. Okay. And then I started posting like every single fucking day. And then I really started making money from it. But
where was you working at before?
I was a stripper. I was a student note taker at school. I used to work at McDonald's. I used to work at...
Tay, why did I never know
what
you
the fuck? Golden Corral.
Okay. You was out here getting it. You was hustling. I was. You was at the strip club shaking.
Yes, I did a video on my YouTube. I think I got like 6 million views when I was like retired from being in the strip club in a sense. And I did like emptying my stripper bag. I was like, what's in my stripper bag? And I showed them.
Wow. I did not know that. I'm learning something. Girl.
But yeah, I never really wanted to be like an
So our influencer. So all right, but along with, and not that you are, anyone can find you, but I'll also put links and everything down for people to come to your channel. But what was I going to say?
What's a tip I could give to them?
Yeah, what's a tip you can give to people?
I think just be super consistent, and just stay on it. At least post 3 to 4 times a week, I feel like, on all social media platforms. That doesn't mean you have to post something separate for each one. You can use the same content for all of them, but post at least 3 to 4 times a week. And I think negative comments is going to come. But I feel like if I stop my negative comment, the time I was going to stop my negative comments, I was at 10,000 followers. And I was...
What you mean stop? Like turn them off? Or?
No, I was going to stop being on social media because the negative comments was getting to me so bad. At 10,000 followers. I don't know why. It was just so many bad ones. But if I stopped there, baby, I wouldn't have my G-Wagon. I wouldn't have my over 6 figures a year. Like I wouldn't have none of that shit. Okay. So now I think about it like, if I ever had a thought of stopping, I think about when I was going to stop at 10,000 and how I'm at 900,000 now.
Ooh, so say that number again.
900,000.
Baby, play with somebody to fuck else,
you better
please.
Find something safe to do because fucking with me ain't it.
Nah.
I feel like, keep being consistent. Hey, and don't let the naysayers get to it. They don't know what you got going on. So.
Listen, y'all heard it from the one, the only. Again, Tay, thank you so much for coming on here. Yes, and I truly enjoyed your conversation. Seriously. Again, y'all better go subscribe, check in with her.
Follow me on
when I tell you, honey, life be going up. It be a roller coaster, but it be fun.
They be like, Tay, you got such an interesting life. I'm like, girl, do I?
Yeah, you actually do.
You think so?
It'd be cool. For people that go to work 9 to 5, yeah. Like, you be chilling, you making your little food, doing your little thing.
Oh, girl, I don't know how to cook.
Girl,
it's up now.
Okay. But again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in with us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you again, and have a good one. Thank y'all.
Bye, y'all.
You better know, say you're blessed. Yeah. Now you see through. Girl, I feel you.